morning and good afternoon to all of you. We have many people already online, and in order to be respectful, we will be starting now. For all of you that you don't know me, my name is Laura Martinez. I am the Global Head for the Financial and Professional Service Practice at AIMS International. AIMS International is a global organization with presence in more than 50 countries dedicated to provide executive search, leadership consulting, and board services to companies all over the world. On behalf of AIMS International, I'll welcome you to our webinar, Transforming the Talent Model in the Insurance Industry. To start in this relevant topic, we have our expert keynote speaker, Elena Leonidou. Elena is the managing partner of AIMS International Cyprus. She has worked for PricewaterhouseCoopers for more than 20 years and has been a director in the advisory department heading the People and Organization Services. During her career, Elena has undertaken and led several projects for clients in industries that include the public sector, financial services, insurance, and other private companies, both local and international. She also worked in international assignments, mainly in Europe and the Middle East. Elena holds a Master in Science in Psychological Assessment in Organizations from University of London, is accredited professional assessor qualified through the British Psychological Society to run psychometric and personality assignment, a qualified Myers-Briggs Taylor indicator practitioner, and an accredited coach through the European Mentoring and Coaching Council. Thank you, Elena, for being here with us today. Before we start, I would like to remind you that throughout the presentation, you can post your questions in the chat or using the Q&A button, and we will address them in the Q&A session by the end of our webinar. So without further ado, I hand to you, Elena. Thank you for your time and for being here.
Thank you very much, Laura, for the introduction and also for your kind words. I'm glad I'm here with you today, and thank you all for joining. As Laura mentioned, the title of our webinar today is Transforming the Talent Model in the Insurance Industry. And what we will cover, is that we will see and we will start with an overview of the insurance industry, the current challenges and key trends that the industry is currently facing. Then we will speak about the importance of talent in driving growth and innovation always focusing on the insurance industry, and the need for transformation in talent management in the specific industry. So what are the current challenges and the impact on talent management that are currently facing by the insurance companies? The first one is the changing client needs and expectations. Clients require a quicker and less personalized service. They like working through apps, placing their requests for claims and all that. So these changes, it's one of the challenges that they need to address, and especially to deal with when they have to do with their talent management and their people. The second one is the rapid technological advances that they lead to the need for transformation and the need for transformation and the organizational restructuring, and also an upgrade of the aging workforce by recruiting and upskilling. The reason we're using the word aging workforce is that in most insurance companies, we see a lot of conservative people, being there for many years. There hasn't been much turnover in these companies. And these people today, they might not be so ready to take over and deal with the technological changes that they need to take place. The next one is the talent shortage in specialized areas. The IT is one of them. As I said before, the industry is not considered to be so attractive, and also the workforce, especially the IT people, they prefer the more playful and creative fintech environments, Forex and InsurTech maybe, that they offer more growth opportunities over the traditional industry roles. And the last one is the succession planning, that the companies, they need to prepare for this and to get ready on how to deal the next day of and the continuous, let's say the continuation of their operations going forward. All these challenges come from our experience, of course, and our clients, but also from many reports that have been published for the insurance industry during this year in 2023 and 2024. So what is that they need to do, the insurance companies, in order to address this talent, let's say, talent management challenge? The first one is to implement Agile HR talent management practices. And we will explain under each one of those headings what we propose here. The second one is to invest in the reskilling and upgrading their leadership teams. Then to leverage technology. And the last one, and something that is quite coming up quite fast in our environment, is to be recognized as a best employer, or let's say a best place to work for the industry. So starting from the implementing Agile HR talent management practices, one important thing here is to revisit the organizational structure and the operating model. Also, it is important to mention here that the regulatory framework is also changing, and I'm sure in Europe for sure, and also in many other countries. These might affect the organizational model and also the talent model, and what people do we need in order to take up the strategy and address this challenge. So to revisit the organizational structure and the operating model, it's one of the things that needs to be done. Then following that, to revisit the HR processes and the HR systems, and also shift the working paradigm. In here, we're talking about the introduction of hybrid working practices and employee well-being programs. These are what the new candidates look for, and the new generations are requesting them. And also, they are part of the new human organization and the new, let's say, new operating model that most companies currently offer. Then to establish a solid performance review system, including KPIs, so measure the work performed, being clear about it, and the people also to be clear about it and what is expected from them and how this is measured. And lastly, to revisit the reward mechanisms, become attractive in their salary packages. And this doesn't only mean to give more salaries or higher salaries. It also means to give more attractive packages, let's say flexible working pay, or to offer some performance-related pay schemes. The second one is the upskilling and reskilling programs for employees, and also the upgrading of the leadership team. Here we're talking mainly about the digital upskilling. As we said, the digitalization takes place in the insurance industry quite a lot in the past years. And this is important for all the team members and all the teams to become skilled in using the technology. The regulatory framework here imposes some changes and some new trainings that need to take place. Leadership skills to address the new operating model, let's say managing people in a hybrid environment, or engaging people in a hybrid environment. All those things are the areas that need to be addressed with the management team in order to upgrade them and make them ready to manage their teams in a remote or a hybrid working environment. The innovative thinking and also the provision of executive coaching will support the upgrading of the leadership team, but also the development of the employees using coaching and not only the pure and training and management development programs. Leveraging technology, here we're talking about the data analytics that they could be used for strategic decision making, collected data, utilizing data, using generative AI or other systems that will support them in the analysis of this data and creating strategic decision making. and also service the client digitally. A number of insurance companies have implemented apps, and some of them, from our experience and what we receive from our clients, they seem to be working fine. But also the people and some clients, maybe some older clients, they were used to calling their insurance agent to ask for something, and now they have to do it through the app. This creates some challenges for the insurance industry because they have to educate also their clients on how to use the apps, and that some things need to be done through the apps from now on. And some others, okay, you can contact your insurance agent, but most of the things need to be done through the applications. And the last one, the certify as an employer of choice. There are many certifications in the market that certify companies as an employer of choice. And these help the companies to stay, let's say, in check and regarding their people and practices, because they collect feedback from employees on a yearly basis through a survey that is done. The stamp you gain through this certification helps you to attract young talent. The new generation usually asks where a company is certified as a great place to work or a best place to work for. So there are, or a top employer, and they want that because these certifications, let's say, make sure that the company offers well-being, has a well-being initiatives, is open and for diversity and inclusion. It's sustainable. So these things are measured through these surveys. So the younger talent, usually they see and they would like their employer to be certified. Follow modern and innovative working practices, and provides this certification. After each assessment, they provide you with an action plan for further improvement on working practices. So before we go to case studies, we have 2 case studies that we can share with you. Is there any question? I mean, you can place it, as Laura mentioned, in the chat, and we can respond.
We have no questions as of far. Thank you, Elena.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so we have one, I think.
Yes.
Do we
Yes,
need to
Elena.
address all areas in order to transform? That's a very good question. Actually, it's not necessary to transform all areas. I mean, every transformation requires a plan, or let's say a correct plan to go through and address all areas. You can start from the one transformation area and then you start working on the others. Also, when you start from somewhere, maybe other things might come up, so the plan will change and new things will be added. However, I think that the thing to start from is those that are related to the strategy and those that are related to the challenges. Let's say, in order to transform, you need to, and if the transformation project is to go digital, you need to start working on upskilling your workforce, on provide them with the necessary coaching and support to learn the new systems. Also provide them with the necessary customer service skills to be able to serve the clients digitally. So all these will be your first project on transformation. So you don't need to address all areas at once. You can go on a step-by-step transformation, and it is like a journey. We say it's a transformation journey. Okay. If we go to see 2 case studies now, the first one, okay, why is not, we cannot see the client is a medium-sized insurance company with local operations. This one is specific to offering services to one country. And here the project is to transform the HR function, set up the HR strategy in connection with the digital transformation. This company has entered the journey to transform all their systems and become fully digitalized as an organization. And we're working with them in transforming the HR function, identify the needs in terms of resources, what do they need, what they will need after the full implementation of the systems will be there. Also setting up all the trainings and development activities that need to take place. And in addition to that, revisit the HR strategy. So how they will deal with their people, what systems do they need to put in place in terms of performance evaluation and reward, what do they need to set, let's say, in terms of KPIs. So this is a total transformation project based on the HR, but it follows the big change of the digitalization. And another case study here is a medium-sized insurance company, but it's based on one country, but it's a part of an international insurance organization. The project there is to work on the leadership team, is focused on the leadership team. So they have implemented a number of new initiatives in their people management. So mainly they have the hybrid environment, 2 days remote, 3 days at the office. And they want to equip their managers with the necessary skills to manage the people remotely and also deal with the challenges they face when somebody is remote. And we started with an assessment of the leadership team, aimed at identifying the areas of development for each of those managers. And then we will work with them in executive coaching and supporting them on how do they deal with the challenges they face with this new setup. Actually, this has been a big change for them because they were used to having the people around in the office. So now they will need to find other ways to contact them, use the technology to be in touch with their people. So all these require some areas of development, development. The assessment part takes place to also see how open they are to this change and see how much support they will need in order to, let's say, embrace it and support it to the fullest possible. So the benefits of transforming the talent model, the first one, an important one, is to attract young and experienced talent or attract experienced talent, become an attractive employer that you can attract the right people in order to meet your challenges and the needs you have based on the strategy. Improve employee engagement and retention, enhanced innovation and creativity, better alignment with the client needs and improve the client experience. So the clients receive what they want and they are satisfied with the service, and create a competitive advantage in the market. So a few things about the future outlook of the talent management in the insurance industry. We will see a shift, we will see the continuous focus on digital skills and data analytics. This will be necessary, and as in every other organization and every other industry, this will be the future. We see a shift towards continuous learning and adaptability because of the many changes and the coming changes. People will have to become more agile and to adapt those changes, and also continuous learn and upskill in order to be able to deal with the changes. The importance of employee branding and reputation, and fostering the diversity and inclusion by attracting global talent to boost creativity and innovation. Talking from my side and my country, is in Cyprus, and it is quite an international market. We have many international companies here. We see that the insurance companies are still not so competitive in order to attract this talent, and especially the tech talent. But we also see a shift from our clients in working towards becoming more open to that and diverse, and getting in this, let's say, battle for talent where there is more demand and less supply, and they want to deal with it. So they are focusing on creating this dynamic work environment that will attract the right people, and also sustain talent and growth. Thank you very much. Do we have any questions or any comments?
Hi, Elena. Just by quick introduction, I'm Deputy Head of the Global Financial and Professional Services team at Ames International. My name's Lisa Mayo. We just have a quick question, Elena. Actually, we have quite a few coming in, so I'm just scrolling through them here. How can the insurance industry attract talent in specialized areas like IT, especially when competing with the more attractive fintech sector?
Yeah, that's actually a very interesting question, because this is what is currently happening. And thank you, Florencia, for the question. I mean, this is what is happening because the fintech now is one of the most attractive sectors, and they attract all the IT people. So in order to be able to attract them, they have to compete with the fintech sector at the same level, offering more, let's say, opportunities for growth, offering opportunities for development, and creating, let's say, an environment that we will be supporting this talent. So they have to revisit their HR practices, revisit their HR system, measure performance, and reward performance for the reward achievements. And I think this will, let's say, support them in entering this entering the market for attracting the right people.
Yeah. Okay, great. Next question. Can you please describe the methodology, so the approach to be followed to ensure a successful transformation?
Okay, the methodology we follow in Ames is not an off-the-shelf methodology. Actually, it's a very holistic and tailor-made methodology. Not two projects are the same. Each project is different. And so we make an initial, let's say, health check or an initial review of the current situation in our clients. We also list the challenges and work with the management teams in order to verify them and agree on which are the challenges for them. And also create an action plan on how we will deal with this change. So we are using a methodology that is in partnership with the clients, working together with them, creating this plan, and also using a tailor-made approach to address the issues. Something that is best practice for the company and not the best practice in general. So this is where we are focusing on.
Yeah, okay, great. And another question for you, Elena. What strategies can be employed to build a diverse and inclusive workforce, and how does that contribute to creativity and innovation?
Okay, in order to build a diverse and inclusive workshop, you have to be workforce. You have to be open to attract and work with people from various environments or various, let's say, different types of people. So you need to revisit again your HR practices, create an environment where all those people will be feeling comfortable in working. So in order to be diverse and inclusive, let's say even mothers, it's one area that need to be addressed. So offering working from home or flexible working schemes or all those things, you are working towards creating this environment. If you want to use people, to employ people from various cultures, again, you should also be open to these people, supporting them, and of creating an environment that they will feel comfortable and they will feel part of the team. So there are a number of strategies, but I think the main one is to revisit your framework, to be open, your HR framework, let's say, and HR policies and practices, in order to be open to those people to come and work for you.
So that's a core part then of the methodology that we talked about beforehand for that successful transformation. So really understanding the current culture and how that might need to change or assess that in terms of policies and current culture. Is that right?
Yeah, I think yes, this is right. Yeah,
part of the methodology. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And Let's see, what else have we got here? Yeah, okay. What innovative approaches can be taken to enhance succession planning within insurance companies?
Okay, in order to address the succession planning challenge, first of all, you need to identify which are your critical positions. So for every company and in every industry, this is the number one thing that we do in order to prepare for succession planning. Then for each of those roles that they are considered critical for the strategy and for the performance of the company, we need to prepare the profiles. So what these people will look like, and then start working on the next generation to see if we have any people that can be developed to be the successors. If not, then we should start preparing with the executive search, let's say, opportunities to see what is out in the market, attract the right people, engage them with the company, and then start working on them to prepare them as successor. But the number one thing is to, of course, to see which are your critical roles in the company.
Yeah,
In
okay,
order
great.
to, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we have a question here from Juan Crespin. He would like to know your recommendations about what are effective methods for promoting continuous learning and adaptability among employees.
Okay, the first one is I think is if you are revisiting your HR practices, you need to revisit your learning and development practices as well. So engaging in team workshops, in team learning opportunities. We are hearing here from the fintech companies, they are doing these knowledge sharing lunches. So when they are having a lunch, the lunch break, they meet together, the team, and people are sharing. And the person that is sharing then gets, let's say, a free lunch or something. So they are trying so many things to keep the people engaged and continuously learning and sharing what they have. But also it is important to have a plan, let's say a development plan that will go by level, or it will go by position or by a hierarchical level, that will have the minimum learning workshops that this person will take over. So if you have this, everything else is in addition. And in order to make it have the adaptability part now, because the environment of the insurance industries is quite changing at the moment, and it's very challenging. All those changes bring a number of challenges. In every change plan and in every change implementation plan, you need to have the connection to the learning part as well. So it is connected, this thing. You implement a change, you have to engage your people and teach them, let's say, how to implement this change and what things they have to work on.
Okay, fantastic. I don't know if anyone else has any more questions. I think I've captured them all, Laura. I don't know if you can see any others that I haven't picked up.
No, we don't have any open question, Lisa, as of now. Okay. So if we don't have any more questions, I would like to thank Elena for your presentation. Thank you, Lisa, as well, for moderating. It was great listening to your explanations, and thank you everyone for being here today. We will be sharing the highlights of our presentation with you throughout the week. We will share the link for you to revisit, and for sure we are open for more contact in case you need it. I would like to extend a very big thank you to our technological and marketing departments, Danny, BB, JD, who had Dina as well, who have been working with us to make this possible. So thank you so much. I would like to wish all of you a great day ahead, and thank you for being here.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.